Hello lovelies, so today I have quite a different video. I often say, or always say in my intro, that I love beauty, makeup, and other things, and then I always at some point try and say, and I love Jesus, and I want to talk about that. And so today is one of those videos I want to talk about loving Jesus, however this may go. And also, I just want to film a video because life is a struggle and life is hard, and I am just in one of those seasons. And I'm just in that season where I just feel heavy, like heavy. There's just so many things going on that just don't seem great, that just like aren't wonderful things that are going on, that are just happening. And I just thought I would talk about them. Where to begin? So, I just want to talk about feeling heavy because I feel heavy. I don't know what else to, like how else to word that. I feel stressed and anxious about things. I feel frustrated about things. I just feel heavy, and I think what like adds to that is that both my husband and I feel heavy. We're just in that season. And oftentimes when you're feeling, maybe not generalizing me, when I feel heavy or down or frustrated, I take comfort usually in other people or in blogs or books, or I mean, I want to say the Bible, and I do, but probably not as much as I should. But I definitely look for comfort or solace in words of other people, whether it be film, like video like this, or blogs. But for whatever reason, I feel like I can't find a video or a blog post of when someone's in that season. It's very easy for people to write about after that season, once they've come out of it, feeling good and looking back in reflection and being like, yeah, there was a season of frustration and all these other things, but they don't write about it in that time. So you're like, yeah, it's easy for you to talk about it now, you're past it, but what about when you're in it? So here it is, I'm in it. I'm fully in a season of what the heck? What is going on, Lord? That is just how I feel. So to list the things, and this is not a sympathy video, this is literally just like a chat, and maybe you can find comfort in it too, just so you know, like you're not alone in going through a feeling of heavy and frustration and downtrodden. You're not alone. Other people go through it too, and it's sometimes nice to hear that someone else is going through it. So for me, I just feel like, and it's not just me, like my husband is feeling it too, we just feel like doors keep closing. Doors that we desperately want to open, and we feel like the Lord is going to open them, and then they close, and it's just frustrating. And then, or we're frustrated about finances, or we're frustrated about life. We, for whatever reason, are just in a season of meh, of heavy. So for instance, I have eczema, which I've like talked about before. For whatever reason, it has decided to completely take over my entire body. My face completely, hence this is what I look like. This is what I look like on a daily basis now. My eyes, here I'll go, if I get in too close, I'm like way in the light that I've got going on. But, so I have eczema, and for whatever reason at this point, it has decided to just go haywire all over my whole body, everywhere. My arms and my face are probably the worst, which is very frustrating. So I have it all around my eyes, which means wearing eye makeup doesn't really work out. You can see the eyeliner because I'm trying to mask the horrid, dry red patches. It looks like a mask of just red, dry grossness. So I feel self-conscious because I don't like how my face looks with eczema. It's on my arms so horribly. Like, look. Yep. That's what it looks like on my face, but I just cover it up slightly. But if you get close, and I have this wonderful feature on my camera where it blurs it out, but it doesn't look good. My face does not look good. So because of that, I feel self-conscious, which obviously as a woman makes me feel down. And it's hard feeling self-conscious and going through the day. And the eczema is also like everywhere, like on my chest, everywhere the it's just like noticeable, so it just adds to like the feeling of self-conscious. When you're feeling self-conscious, everything else just feels so much worse, because when you're feeling confident, you're able to like combat some other things. You're like, that's all right, I still feel confident, like I still look good. When you don't look good, or like you don't feel how you look, it just adds to everything else, and you're just like, everything else is so much harder to deal with. And that's how I feel, because I can't get my skin under control. Also, I feel like I've gained some weight, which is awful. So literally and figuratively, I feel heavy. And what's even more frustrating is it's not an unhealthy amount of weight. It's just weight. I mean, I still can do daily functions. I still fit into clothes, but still, because we live in such a society that is so weight and diet obsessed, I feel guilty for putting on weight, which is stupid. So that adds to it. You should never feel guilty about putting on weight, but I do. I feel like people in my life, or people that I know, are so weight obsessed that I feel like they're going to judge me because I've put on a few pounds. A blog that I do like and I think is doing so many great things is also a source of frustration for me, which is silly, but the Beating 50% blog by Jeremy and Audrey Roloff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know her name, is great. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful, positive thing. But to me, it feels unrealistic. I mean, in this season of frustration, a lot of the frustration is where we're at in our jobs or financially. And I feel like they can't speak on those things, yet they do. Like, it's easy for her and them to give advice about loving your spouse and doing all these things when they don't go to a 9-to-5 job that they maybe don't like, you know? It would be great to have a photo shoot every other week with my husband, a cute posed photo shoot, but that just doesn't happen. That's not reality. The reality is that we have to go to jobs, that we have to work, that we're created to work. And not always are you going to love your job or the season that you're in, but you still have to do it, and you still have to figure out how to be happy and do all those other things despite the things that you don't like. And I think that's what's frustrating, and I think that's kind of what I miss about maybe YouTube or other things. I don't know. Like, I want to hear and see videos or the blogs about the woman who is in the job that she still has to go to even though she hates getting up in the morning, but yet still praises the Lord and loves her husband. Where are those blogs? Where are the... I need that advice. That's what I need. I don't need the woman who stays at home writing books or just having a blog. Where's the reality in that? This is me in the midst of heavy, still recording videos and still going on. So basically, what I want for this video is to let you know that even when things are heavy and frustrating and you're just bogged down, you still keep going. And for me, and I bet probably for you too, the best way to do that is to know Jesus. He is really great at picking you up and making you keep going. And I think that's why I like that song, Christ the Rock, because literally I just like imagine myself standing on this rock that is is Christ, like this solid rock, and the wind and storm is literally blowing all around me, which is life. And that's how I feel. That's the season that we're in. We're just frustrated. I'm sure family will text and call. What's wrong? What was that video about? Life. Sometimes you get bogged down with life. Things like eczema are really frustrating. I guess I just want you to know you're not alone. And I literally, like, this is not give me sympathy or like, oh, feel bad for me. Because like, even though all of this sucks and feels like, in general, life is still really good. I am very happily married, which is so cool. I have so many blessings in my life, which I am genuinely thankful for, and the Lord has blessed us in so many ways. But I'm human, and we're human, and it's hard not to focus on the things that we're frustrated about. So, if you're frustrated, if you're genuinely a happy person like me, positive person, and you still get down sometimes, I get it. I feel the same way. So, I guess this video is just you're not alone. I feel ya. I'm in a season 2. And it's also like, I guess a little bit selfishly for me, I want to be able to look back on these videos in times in my life, or I don't know, just have the document of this time, because I want to know that this is life. This is reality, that there will be wonderful things in life and there will be heavy or awful or frustrating things. And I want to document those too, because that's reality and that's what we live in. And just realizing that it's okay to be in a season of heavy and a season of frustrated and stressed, even amidst the Christmas holiday, which I do love and feel very festive. If you can't tell, I've already started decorating, hence the new bedspread. I will do an apartment tour in other news. But yeah, this video, it's not a happy one. It's not a makeup video or a clothing video. It's a things aren't the best right now, and that's okay. That's totally okay. So if you're struggling with things like your skin isn't looking great so you can't wear makeup so you feel horrible, or you've put on some weight and that's frustrating, which I get, but it's okay. Or doors have closed that you don't know why they've closed, but they have. You just know that eventually some other ones will open. And if you don't know Jesus, definitely get to know him, because literally wouldn't be able to still smile and laugh if I didn't know him and know that he has a plan. And even though I'm frustrated with his plan at this point, I know he has my back, and I know that he's the solid rock I stand on. And I always want to remember that. So, future Becca, I hope things are going a lot better, because right now this sucks. But I also hope you can look back on this and know that even in the midst of it all, you could still praise Jesus, and that's really cool. So, this is the video.